Hello, everyone. Today, I want to explore a topic that has profound implications for our relationships and personal growth, trauma, and its impact on how we connect with others. Here are 5 things that I've learned about how to spot and heal trauma from this podcast here, particularly how it affects the dynamics of our relationships. Lesson 1. Predictable behavioral patterns. Trauma often leaves a lasting imprint on our emotional landscape. One striking revelation is that trauma tends to manifest in predictable behavioral patterns within relationships. These patterns are like echoes from our past, responses to emotional wounds that may have remained unprocessed. There are 2 primary trauma responses we commonly observe. A. Extreme anxiety, anxious preoccupation. Imagine being in a relationship where you're constantly on edge. Individuals exhibiting extreme anxiety or anxious preoccupation become hyper-focused on their partners. They worry incessantly about the relationship, monitor their partner's every move, and sometimes even resort to controlling behaviors. Deep-seated fears of abandonment drive them to extraordinary lengths to prevent it. B. Extreme avoidance, dismissive avoidant. On the other end of the spectrum, there are those who adopt avoidance as their response to trauma. These individuals tend to emotionally distance themselves from their partners. They might appear emotionally detached, guard their feelings closely, and require a significant amount of personal space. This emotional aloofness can make forming deep emotional connections challenging. Lesson 2. Common trauma experiences. It's essential to recognize that trauma responses are not as unique as we might believe. Despite our conviction that our relationship problems are exceptional, many individuals experience common trauma responses. Therapists and professionals often encounter these patterns in their work. Understanding these shared experiences can be a significant step toward effectively addressing and healing from trauma. Lesson 3. Rooted in unmet childhood needs. Trauma in relationships doesn't always originate from explicit abuse or harm. It often finds its roots in unmet emotional needs during childhood. Children rely on emotional connection and support from their caregivers to develop secure attachment styles. When these vital needs remain unfulfilled, individuals may develop attachment issues that persist into adulthood, profoundly impacting their relationships. Lesson 4. Preoccupation as a warning sign. Consider the idea that feeling preoccupied with your partner in a relationship is not necessarily a sign of love. It can serve as a powerful signal that something is amiss. This preoccupation suggests that the relationship may not provide the emotional security and fulfillment one needs. Recognizing this signal is vital because it can prompt individuals to seek help or take steps to address their trauma and attachment issues. Lesson 5. Understanding attachment styles. Lastly, understanding attachment styles, such as anxious and avoidant, is crucial for navigating relationships affected by trauma. These attachment styles are like defense mechanisms that individuals developed to cope with their unmet emotional needs in childhood. A. Anxious preoccupation, anxious attachment. Those with an anxious attachment style often seek excessive reassurance from their partners and may become overly dependent. They frequently fear abandonment and can exhibit clingy behavior in relationships. B. Avoidant, dismissive avoidant attachment. Individuals with an avoidant attachment style tend to prioritize self-sufficiency and independence. They may struggle with emotional intimacy and find themselves distancing from partners when a relationship becomes too close. In conclusion, these insights offer a glimpse into the complex world of trauma's influence on our relationships. By understanding these patterns and their origins, we can take significant steps toward fostering healthier, more secure connections with our loved ones and ultimately embark on a journey of healing and growth. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the intricate relationship between trauma and our closest bonds.